Twilight Ruins Everything. Written by Escarada. Twilight ruins friendship. Perhaps Twilight Sparkle's crystal castle had vibration-enhancing qualities within the crystalline structure. Twilight considered this as her friends trotted into the map room and took their seats. Maybe that's why she swore she could hear the sounds of their eyes rolling when they saw her with her royal nerdiness glasses on. The teetering amount of books that engulfed the back of her chair probably prompted the noise as well. Rainbow Dash plunked her butt on her rock-hard chair, which made her wince each time she called out to her friends, "Oh boy, girls, strap yourselves in, class is in session." Applejack snickered. "If I knew we'd be going to school, I'd have brought up apple for the teacher." Twilight pushed her glasses up on her muzzle, sighing. "I'll get to your apples in a minute." "Is there something wrong, dear?" asked Rarity. "You sound rather somber." "I know, there's a lot I have to get out into the open." Pinkie whipped out a magnifying glass and examined Twilight's bloodshot eyes. "Have you been reading all night again? I keep telling you to eat more of my special coffee bean muffins for those book marathons you run. I've been eating them all night and day, and I don't suffer any side of..." Pinkie's face slammed into the table as she power napped. Fluttershy flew over to Pinkie. "Oh dear, I'll put her in her seat." Twilight said, "Thanks. The thing is, girls, I've been doing a lot of research with the new shipment of books Celestia sent me last week. And, She began to chew on her lower lip. Rainbow scratched her head. "Are any of us in trouble?" "Not if you all listen to what I have learned." Twilight took a deep, calming breath and let it out. "Let's start off this meeting with a simple but important question. How well do you know Equestria?" Applejack blinked. "Say what? We all graduated from school, if that's what you mean." Twilight waved her hoof. "No, that's not it at all. Celestia once told me that there is two versions to every well-known fact. The official version and the one you really need to know. And none of you know nearly enough." "You mentioned my apples. Is there something wrong with them?" "Oh no, not a thing. They're sweet and delicious." "Thanks." "They are also 3 times more expensive than they should be." Rainbow stood up in her chair. "Are you saying that our apple cider costs too much?" Twilight nodded. "I'm afraid so, Dashie. Sorry. But I need cider to give me energy for those long rain cloud pushing days." "Just drink coffee, darling," suggested Rarity. "I tried. Coffee makes me pee often. And since it takes too long for me to land on the ground and powder my muzzle..." "Oh boy." She winced and crossed her legs. Pinkie woke up from her micronap and asked, "Is that why last week's rain clouds were yellow? I thought my umbrella smelled funny." Dash hid her head under her hooves. "Please don't tell any pony." Rarity wrinkled her nose at Rainbow and shuddered in repulsion. "No wonder my rose bushes are dying." Applejack cleared her throat. "As fascinating as Rainbow's honeypot of gold is, I want to know how you figure my apples cost too much." Twilight held up a thick book with her magic. "Because of this history book of equestrian farmers, Princess Celestia was fighting with Princess Luna when your family came up with a shrewd business deal. If they provide apples for free to Celestia's army, she would grant the Apple family exclusive farming rights to apples all over Equestria. This ancient monopoly of apples gives you the ability to slap on whatever price you wish." Fluttershy whimpered. "Oh my, I've been spending too much on apples? No wonder my animal feeding budget is so thin." Twilight snorted. "Your animal feeding budget is fine. It's your profession that just needs to change." "You aren't suggesting I give up on my animals, are you? Bury the bear." A photo was held over the table by Twilight's magic. Barry, the so-called bear, is just 3 ponies in a bear suit. The picture showed Barry's hollow head on the ground and a blushing trio of ponies staring at the camera. You can't actually control or even speak to wild animals, Fluttershy. Your chorus of birds, for example, are parrots dressed in birds' costumes. The rest of your animals are just robots you bought from a pizza parlor that went out of business a while back.
What tipped you off?
Asked Fluttershy. Your cutie mark, replied Twilight. Are you really, or am I really the only one here who never wondered why 3 butterflies don't signify an ability to talk to them? I hate to spy on you, Fluttershy, but I have to find out the truth. I suppose Celestia would have never given you government funding for your animal care if she knew that you could only communicate with insects. Fluttershy's spine seemed to deflate as she slunk down in her chair.
You haven't told Celestia this, have you? I can't go back to my old job as an auctioneer.
Calm down. This goes for every pony in the room. I'm not here to ruin anything. Rarity smiled. Well, I know I have no dirty little secrets to hide. My cutie mark of 3 diamonds means exactly what you think it means. Twilight raised a brow. If you mean less resale value than a can of beans, then you're right. Through politely gritted teeth, Rarity inquired, I beg your pardon? Diamonds are intrinsically worthless, Rarity. Apples are not the only thing that's monopolized. All those gems that Spike eats are the same gems you put on your dresses. You might as well use chipped glass. Pinkie finished the coffee bean muffin and chirped, Did you find anything bad about Sugar Cube Corner? I know that cakes don't overprice their food. No, but they definitely are gonna have to get rid of the gluten. That stuff is so bad for ponies that it might as well come from Discord's back hair shavings. Ugh. Pinkie's hair deflated.
Oh, poo. But all the flavors in the gluten, and the sugar, and the butter.
Which are 3 things that you'll have to reduce or just flat out get rid of if you want your customers to stay healthy. Sorry, Pinkie. Rainbow folded her forelegs and pouted. I'm guessing I'm the next target, huh? Okay, let's have it. This so-called weather factory is really just designed to keep clouds still in the air. Keeping Pegasi off the ground helps to reduce overcrowding in Equestria cities. Celestia's been importing clouds and other weather from the Griffin Empire for ages. Pegasi aren't as good at making clouds as people are led to believe. Rarity muttered, but they are good at befouling those clouds. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Rares, said Rainbow. I'll buy you new rose bushes, alright? Applejack groaned as she rubbed her temples. You don't understand, Twilight. I gotta charge that much for my apples. There's lots of farming expenses. Big Mac's new jacuzzi ain't gonna pay for its own self. Twilight shrugged. According to recent farming news, Appaloosa's cherry imports are getting more popular with Ponyville. You'll have to reduce your apple prices soon just to keep up. Just give your brother a bathtub and a large bowl of beans. He'll get the same results. Eventually. Rarity scrunched up her muzzle as if she smelled Twilight's economical suggestions at work. I can't believe you're suggesting that I use anything less than real diamonds. My customers won't notice the difference. Most ponies don't know hoof chippings from tuna fish about diamonds anyway. Give your budget a break and use party store jewels instead. Fluttershy squirmed in her chair as she asked,
What about me?
You don't want to be known as the bug pony. I get that, Twilight said reassuringly.
They used to call me Flutterroach at Genius Beasters Flight Camp. I had to put a stop to that somehow.
Why not you just use your insect control powers for non-toxic pest removal? Restaurants would pay good money to be free of ants, roaches, and termites. Pinkie pushed her hoofs into her head and blew her flat hair out until it reached its old puffy shape again. Flicking away her saliva, she said,
There's something you might have missed about my customers, Twilight. They aren't interested in nutrition as much as they just want a sugar rush. If they want vitamins, they'll have to eat hay burgers.
Twilight held up a newspaper flyer and pointed at it. Or they could just eat at the several dozen Griffin health food stores that Celestia has to open up in Equestria. One of them is opening up right outside Ponyville in a few days. Once word gets around that Griffin scones are better for a pony's health than your cupcakes, Pinkie, Sugar Coop Corner's profit margin will drop like a brick. When Pinkie's hair began to sink again, Twilight quickly added, Don't panic, Pinkie. All you'll have to do is just stay competitive and expand your menu a little. Health food never goes out of style. You just have to get with the times, that's all. Rainbow Dash squinted at Twilight. I can't wait to hear your suggestions from me. Well, Commander Easyglider wrote a few articles on how to form all kinds of clouds. Maybe Cloudsdale needs to apply his research more. If you want to compete against Griffins, you'll have to get better at your job, just like Pinkie. I guess I'll have to drink more coffee after all, replied Rainbow with a sigh. And I'll learn to time my bathroom breaks a little better. Twilight beamed. That's the spirit. Her sunny expression soon clouded over when she looked around the table. Instead of witnessing bright smiles and bright eyes of eager students, all she saw was flat ears and frowns of dentist patients. Cleaning her glasses, she said, Look, I'm not telling you girls to be mean or anything. All I'm trying to do here is help show you a better way to live your lives. Applejack rubbed her chin. Yeah, I know. We all know, Twa. It's just gonna be an adjustment, that's all. What about you? Putting her glasses back on, Twilight asked, What do you mean? Rainbow smiled. You can't be coy with the pony of honesty, Twi. Go ahead, tell us you don't have some dirty little skeletons in your closet. Twilight's wings twitched as she chewed her lower lip. I suppose I had this coming, didn't I? You girls know that I'm officially the Princess of Friendship, right? And you make a lovely princess indeed, darling, replied Rarity. It's just too bad that the title is fake. It was presented to the public so Celestia could rationalize funding my library and magic research. My so-called alicorn wings are a teleportation accident with an albatross that I can't undo. I have to dye my feathers every week just to keep with the illusion. Pinkie jumped off the table, flinging confetti into the air. Aha! I knew it! I mean, Celestia raises the sun, Luna raises the moon, so what does a Princess of Friendship do? Raise her friends? Rubbing her chin, Twilight pondered this. In a way, I am. You're my best friends, and I don't want to see you sleepwalk through your lives like most ponies do. Fluttershy said, You're trying to lift us up. Right. Rarity stared at her cutie mark of low resale value. It's just a lot of information to take in. My mother once told me that your average pony will resist any attempt to change themselves, even if it's for their own good. Twilight replied, She's right, Rarity. I would never steer any of you wrong. All I have ever wanted to do is help my fellow ponies with knowledge. The future belongs to those who could think the clearest, after all. Pinkie bounced over to Twilight. I'll write up a healthy food menu tomorrow, Twilight. Let's go and get some coffee bean muffins. I'll make a fresh, gluten-free batch for all of us. Rainbow snapped her hoofs together. That's it. I'll eat those muffins instead of drinking coffee. They'll keep me going while I build better clouds. Those muffins have a lot of brain in them, Dashi, warned Pinkie. You might want to stay close to the ground while you eat them. The muffin choo-choo comes out the tunnel pretty quickly, you know. Rarity asked, I did see a few brown clouds a few days ago. That
wasn't your doing, was it, Rainbow?
Blushing, Rainbow replied,
Let's just say that wasn't hail hitting your roof.
While Twilight forced that image out of her head, she pondered, not for the first time, that she was often given information she could have lived without. The end. And that was Twilight Ruins Everything from Escarada. Alright, I have been dying to do this reading for a while, but I had a busy schedule and I had to put it on hold till now. Escarada said this was a ponyfied version of something called Adam Ruins Everything. I'd never heard of that, but apparently it came on True TV and it just stars some host named Adam who dispels misconceptions that I guess like things we see or hear in everything in life that we just take for granted. That's kind of a weird concept for a show, but it did tie in with Twilight's personality. I'm very sorry for any mistakes I made. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so like any little hiccups that I made during the reading are just like a result of me trying to probably hold in yawns or sneezes. I am very sorry about that. And the song that accompanied this reading was pretty good, so yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, every pony. Good night.